Around 500 million people in some of the world's poorest communities rely on donkeys to carry water, transport goods to market, and provide access to education. They offer a pathway out of poverty and are often the difference between destitution and modest survival, particularly for women. But donkeys and the people who rely on them are facing a crisis due to the relentless demand for donkey skins for the production of the Chinese remedy ejiao. Estimates suggest that around 4.8 million donkey skins are used every single year in ejiao production, with China's donkey herd reducing from 11 million in 1992 to just 2.6 million currently. The ejiao industry has had to source donkey skins from around the world. This places unprecedented pressure on donkey populations globally and has contributed to the collapse of some national populations.
Many donkeys experience intense suffering at every stage of the skin trade, from sourcing to their eventual slaughter. Their treatment and the suffering it causes is unethical, it is unacceptable, and it is quite often illegal. Donkeys are often transported long distances without food, water, or rest. And they can be held for days, again, without food or water, before being slaughtered, often in the most brutal conditions. Sick, injured, and pregnant donkeys are all still transported. Some mares transported during the late stages of pregnancy give birth during the trip or on arrival at the slaughterhouse. In many cases, the mares are still slaughtered and the foals are either left to die or are killed. This treatment, while appalling and often illegal, does not prevent the skin being used. Broken bones and severed limbs, despite the immense suffering they cause, do not impact the final product, so there is no incentive to treat the donkeys humanely. This largely unregulated and often illegal trade also presents a significant biosecurity risk for all countries that donkeys and their products are transported through. The spread of disease to the global donkey population, to other animals and to humans is a major threat which demands urgent action. Reports indicate that over 60,000 donkeys died across West Africa between March and May in 2019. These deaths occurred along known live trade routes and serve as a reminder of the risks associated with moving live animals. The indiscriminate slaughter of donkeys without regard for their health status and the unhygienic conditions in which they are slaughtered and processed creates a high risk that skins intended for ejiao production may be contaminated with disease-causing agents. And the ease with which ejiao products may be contaminated by compounds dangerous to human health is alarming.
The waste disposal practices associated with slaughter also cause significant environmental degradation. As the skin is the most valuable part of any donkey slaughter for the trade, carcasses are often discarded. In some cases, unwanted byproducts are simply poured into huge pits or left in piles, often nearby homes. And these sites attract vultures and feral dogs and pollute waterways, some of which supply drinking water. But animal welfare, environmental protection and disease control are not the only laws being flouted by some traders. In many cases, donkeys are stolen, traded and slaughtered in open defiance of national bans on the trade. There is also evidence of links to the trafficking of wildlife products, including ivory, pangolin scales, rhinoceros horn and tiger skins. Given the far-reaching impacts of the skin trade, it's not surprising that a growing number of governments are taking a stand against it.
This is a crisis we can't ignore, and the Donkey Sanctuary is calling for an immediate halt to the global trade in donkey skins until it can be proven to be humane, sustainable and safe. It is more important than ever that investment is made into finding alternatives to the slaughter of millions of donkeys each year.
Cellular agriculture is the process of farming animal products from cells instead of entire animals. There's immense potential for cellular agriculture as a means of supplying the raw materials needed by the Urjiao industry. If donkey skin or collagen can be created via the process of cellular agriculture, we're confident the Urjiao industry would benefit financially through a more cost-effective means of production, with greater control, efficiency, and sustainability.
If a cellular agriculture solution was realised, it could provide the industry with a regular, controlled and hygienic supply of raw materials, without compromising the welfare of donkeys, the economic viability of communities, and the health of people and the environment.